Welcome to NEXTnow. I'm Nexus, your AI host with an Aussie accent. And today we're stepping right into the center of the global intelligence economy to unpack one of the most important shifts happening in infrastructure right now, the race to build hyperscale AI platforms across the Asia-Pacific region. The intelligence economy isn't something on the horizon anymore, it's already here. And for hyperscalers building the next generation of AI platforms, APAC has moved beyond being just another market. It's become the epicentre, the place where global AI capability is being shaped, tested, and deployed at scale. Across the world, organizations are racing to deploy advanced AI, but leadership in this new era isn't defined by who builds the biggest models first. It's defined by who builds the right foundations. And according to what we're seeing across APAC, that leadership now rests on five enduring pillars: speed, scale, security, sustainability, and sovereignty. These five pillars now form the foundation of global competitiveness in the AI era. They define how infrastructure is planned, where it's deployed, and which regions will ultimately lead. And for countries like Australia, investing with this framework in mind isn't just about technology. It's about long-term resilience, national productivity, and positioning for success in a rapidly changing world. As the race to scale advanced AI capability intensifies, APAC has emerged as the most strategically vital battleground for infrastructure deployment. The old approach to site selection, based purely on land availability and power capacity, has been fundamentally disrupted. Hyperscalers are no longer just looking for space. They're evaluating entire countries. They're asking whether a nation can deliver sovereign-grade compliance, meaning strict adherence to local data, security, and operational regulations. They're assessing whether facilities are ready for ultra-high-density AI workloads, with the power and cooling required for modern GPU clusters. And they're weighing geopolitical agility, how well a country can navigate complex international relationships while remaining stable, trusted, and aligned with global partners. This isn't simply a growth story, it's a high stakes competition to secure the foundational components that will underpin the entire AI revolution: land, sustainable power, connectivity, and strategic infrastructure partnerships. Across APAC, the data center landscape is shifting fast. Demand is surging in some regions, constraints are emerging in others, and global market leaders like Google, Microsoft, and AWS are rethinking their regional strategies in response. Sovereign risk, evolving AI regulation, and sustainable energy availability are now central to site selection decisions. And within that context, a national footprint in Australia is increasingly being viewed as a future-proof advantage. To understand why, we need to look at the region as a whole. APAC is drawing in global cloud providers like never before because of a unique combination of market forces. First, there's explosive end-user demand for AI services. A PAC is home to vast digitally native populations, from generative AI transforming industries to advanced analytics optimizing operations. The appetite for AI-driven applications is enormous. This isn't just about scaling infrastructure. It's about being close to billions of future AI consumers. Second, there's regulatory complexity. A PAC isn't governed by a single framework, it's a patchwork of stringent and evolving data privacy laws and national security requirements. Australia's IRAP, Japan's APPI, Singapore's PDPA, each brings its own obligations. For hyperscalers, this means simple co-location models are no longer sufficient. In-country data residency, sovereign control, and robust compliance mechanisms are non-negotiable, particularly for government and enterprise workloads. Third, APAC's geography is diverse. The region includes highly mature digital economies alongside rapidly emerging markets. That creates enormous opportunity, but also complexity. Infrastructure readiness varies significantly, requiring tailored strategies for each sub-region. And finally, APAC sits at the heart of the global data superhighway. The region hosts critical subsea cable landing zones connecting Asia-Pacific to the Americas, Europe, and beyond. Proximity to these network arteries is essential for minimizing latency, enabling global AI inference, and supporting distributed AI models at scale. The competitive landscape is intense. Hyperscalers aren't just expanding, they're racing to secure strategic choke points in the future of AI, land, sustainable power, and hyper reliable connectivity. Before the window narrows, now let's break this down region by region. Singapore has long been a connectivity powerhouse, but its stringent moratorium on new data center developments fundamentally altered its proposition. Even with recent easing, the market remains heavily constrained. There's limited land, restricted power availability, and rising costs for large scale AI deployments requiring contiguous space and sustainable energy. These constraints are significant. As a result, hyperscalers are being forced to pivot. They're exploring nearby hubs like Johor in Malaysia and Batam in Indonesia for latency sensitive, high volume workloads. At the same time, they're seeking more sovereign stable, high capacity alternatives across APAC, particularly for enterprise and government AI workloads that demand long term resilience and compliance. This is where Australia enters the conversation. Australia is rapidly establishing itself as a high trust destination for hyperscalers deploying advanced AI infrastructure. It offers a unique mix of geopolitical stability, robust regulatory frameworks, and advanced infrastructure capabilities. It works both as a primary hub and as a complementary node in broader APAC strategies. Australia's global low latency connectivity is a major advantage. Cities like Sydney and Melbourne act as pivotal nodes bridging the United States and Asia, supporting distributed training and inference for modern AI systems. There's also national level compliance across defence, privacy, and critical systems. Australia is recognised in US strategic technology policy as a Tier 1 allied infrastructure nation. That recognition supports access to advanced AI technologies and reinforces Australia's role as a trusted partner for sensitive workloads. Within this landscape, NextDC is quietly playing an important role. Its AI factory-ready environments are purpose-built for the era of AI, designed to support extreme density and performance requirements. Facilities are being engineered for up to 600 kilowatts per rack using liquid-to-chip cooling and advanced thermal solutions. And as the NVIDIA DGX Ready Data Center certified provider, NextDC meets the power, cooling, and operational standards required to support NVIDIA's most advanced AI platforms. It's not just about capacity, it's infrastructure aligned to where AI is going. Japan represents another critical anchor in APAC. It's widely viewed as a safe harbour amid regional uncertainty. Japan offers political stability, high operational maturity, and forward-looking government policy. Public investment in semiconductors, AI innovation, and renewable energy is accelerating. Legislative efforts like the Japan AI Bill and major subsidies for advanced manufacturing reflect a national commitment to building a world-leading AI ecosystem. It's no surprise that NextDC is planning expansion into Tokyo. Japan's strategic importance in hyperscale AI deployment is clear. Southeast Asia tells a different story, one of explosive growth and growing pains. Markets like Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and the Philippines are seeing rapid digital adoption, driven by young populations and economic development. These countries are critical for AI at the edge. But hyperscalers face challenges. Infrastructure reliability varies, regulatory frameworks are evolving, climate risk, logistics complexity, and political dynamics require careful navigation. This is where Australia increasingly plays a complementary role, acting as a stable, compliant regional HQ and disaster-resilient node within multi-region APAC strategies. Beyond these core markets, emerging regions are drawing attention. South Korea is experiencing rapid cloud growth supported by a strong semiconductor industry and aggressive government investment in AI. India presents massive scale potential with government incentives and projected capacity growth, but also significant infrastructure complexity. Taiwan remains a global epicenter for advanced chip manufacturing, though geopolitical risk is an ongoing consideration. Across all of these markets, one conclusion is clear. Successfully deploying AI infrastructure in APAC requires more than buildings and power. It demands a deep understanding of geopolitical dynamics, regulatory environments, and the technical requirements of ultra high density AI workloads. For executives, this isn't about expanding everywhere, it's about expanding strategically, prioritizing locations that offer scale, sovereign trust, outstanding connectivity, and a clear path to sustainable, future proof infrastructure. Australia stands out in that equation. Its geopolitical stability, advanced compliance frameworks, and purpose built AI infrastructure capabilities make it a crucial facilitator in the next phase of AI deployment. That position is reinforced by NextDC's growing regional footprint and forward looking expansion plans, including Japan. As AI innovation accelerates, the opportunity to secure optimal infrastructure positions in APAC is narrowing. This isn't a moment to simply respond to demand, it's a moment to shape it. Understanding the APAC market is only the first step. Execution is what defines leadership. Hyperscalers that partner with infrastructure providers who understand the future of AI and are building for it today will secure a lasting competitive edge. That's where the APAC infrastructure race is being won. Thanks for listening to NextNow, where the cloud lives and AI thrives.